Thanks for having us. Correction, Andrew Tate is the CEO. I am just the mere president of the organization. Um, but yes, thank you. We're very excited. Going to be the biggest pay-per-view to date. And we have the champion with us, Chase DeMoor. Where is he? He was with us a minute ago. He is fighting Andrew Tate. Andrew Tate's first fight back since it's been quite a long time now, and it's since he's become really well known, one of the most famous men on the planet. It's his first fight, so the eyeballs are on him, and also Chase DeMoor, who has been a fantastic heavyweight champion for us. It's a really big challenge, and we're excited about it. Thank you all for joining us, guys.
Yeah, appreciate it. And we're gonna have a conversation with Mams Taylor. We're gonna have a conversation with Chase. I know he's dropped off, but I'm sure he'll request again, and we'll bring him right back up. And then the audience is gonna have a question. We've also got the mechanic here, who's also gonna be fighting on the card. And we have a few other people involved in the fight on December the 20th who are also going to be joining. So we'll have all of them up. We'll have a conversation with them. But also, you'll have questions. And anyone who has questions, you can either put them in the comments, bottom right hand side, and towards the end of the space, we'll bring people up and you can ask questions directly because that's what makes X more unique compared to any other platform, that the people get an opportunity to interact directly with the president, with the boxers, and various other things. And you mentioned Andrew Tate is the CEO. We've got a lot of question marks about that. Mams, shall I ask you the questions first, or should we go to Chase first? What's your preference?
Let's see what Chase has to say, and then we'll get into your questions and audience questions. How's that? I think that'll work best since they're joining us, and Chase is in a rigorous training camp. Let's have them say their piece.
Chase, thank you so much for taking your time to join us. First of all, you've got the new CEO of Misfits, and he's going to fight you for the heavyweight title. What's your thoughts?
My thoughts are simple. Like, that was the dumbest thing this man ever did. They're gonna ask me after I knock him out, when did you know you won the fight? I'm gonna be like, when he signed the contract. I'm actually in shock that he signed that contract. He come in as the CEO and he wants a title shot and he goes for the big dog. Listen, I'm the champion for a reason. People want to talk about technique and form and all this and that, but I'm big, I'm fast, I'm strong. I'm in the hardest camp I ever been in my life. I made weight about a month ago, so he can't bank on that. And I'm just gonna get in there. I'm gonna pack his head in.
And guys, if you're listening, do retweet, reshare the space, let everybody know we're live. We're here. We're with Chase. He's gonna tell us, and he's telling us exactly how he feels about Andrew Tate and how the boxing match is gonna go. I mean, Chase, in terms of, you said he's made a mistake. You said he's gone for the top dog. Uh, in terms of from Tate's perspective, are you concerned about the level of experience he has? He's fought what, 70 fights. You don't have as much experience as him, but then you have youth on your side, you have height on your side, you have reach on your side. What's your thoughts?
I'm gonna look at it the same way. Like, Jake Paul fought a Mike Tyson that had all those fights, and it just wasn't. It was a shell of Mike Tyson. This is a shell of the man that he was before. He might have 72 fights, but listen, if you can fight a million 72 million bums, and it doesn't make you any better. Obviously, he was in some bootleg kickboxing league where he won a championship. Fine, this isn't kickboxing though. The last kickboxer that got in the ring with me, I slept in the third round, quite vigorously. Knockout of the night. Thanks for the 25K bonus, Misfits. As far as his boxing career goes, he is a 4-3 light heavyweight. He lost to three bums that were also very terrible at light heavyweight in boxing. He's a much smaller, much older version of himself. He spent the last year not training. Um, Guy smokes like a chimney, drinks, parties, hangs out with girls all day. And listen, I might hang out with girls all day, but at least I get up and have vigorous training camps, because at the end of the day, he's going to get in that ring and he's going to think he's in there with a YouTuber, but he's in there with a monster. He's in there with a killer. He's in there with the heavyweight champion. And many people have seen the other side of this fist. And he's going to be no stranger to it as well. I plan on putting him down in a way very early on.
Just on that, I mean, I did see the exchange that you had. Andrew Tate said he believes that you are underestimating him, that you're overconfident. What's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, obviously I see what he's saying, but listen, confidence, if you don't have confidence in a fight, then you're not a fighter. Listen, I might not be the prettiest on the pads, I might not be the prettiest this or that, but I can punch and I can tall and I can move and I'm athletic and I got a gas tank. And if he was very confident that he could beat me, he would have signed for the 10 rounds. I pushed for the 10 rounds. I pushed for a lot of things. I had no negotiations essentially outside of, obviously what Misfits could do for me, but he's a very particular man. He's very adamant in the things that he wants to do. And to be honest with you, I don't really care. Just put him in the ring so I can pack him in. I'm going to be the biggest problem he's ever faced inside. If you look at any of his opponents, none of them are big, strong, fast. They're all out of shape. They're all in kickboxing. They're all smaller than him. He's going to get in there with a really tall, young, active fighter, and he's going to find out that, it's not sweet. It's never been sweet. And if he's the first person in the world to knock me out, to put me down and hurt me, then, I would be impressed. If Alan Belcher, who is an active heavyweight bare knuckle champion, couldn't do it, then I seriously doubt this old bum in Dubai is going to do anything to me.
What will this do for your career? You take out the most Googled man on the planet in 2022, someone who's extremely viral. There's nobody who doesn't know who Andrew Tate is. You defeat Andrew Tate. What will this do for your name brand? What will this do for your career? What will this do for Misfits?
Listen, I'm not worried about all that right now. All I know is I'm going to handle him. It's going to be swift. He can be the most Googled man 3 years ago. I'm going to be the most Googled man on December 21st when they see the headline that he got slept by a YouTuber. That's what it is. As far as my career goes, he is the CEO. I'm looking towards the future. I'm looking past him. I think, I beat the CEO. I want Tommy Fury next. He beat a CEO. I beat a CEO. That's the next fight to make. And that's the only fight to make. We both come from reality TV shows. We both come from the dating background. We're both fighters now. And listen, I'm not asking for the biggest paydays. I'm not asking for, ring size and this and that. All I want is rounds to go pack this man's head in so I can enjoy every single punch I land on him. And the millions of people that are going to be at home watching are going to enjoy that beatdown. And when I wake up on December 21st and all the people are congratulating me and telling me it's the best performance they ever saw to me and this and that, they are going to be in for a hell of a surprise when I don't even respond to any of it, because I knew the whole time that I was going to pack him in just like the bum that he is.
You mentioned about the reality TV, and you did mention in a tweet that you're also filming Love Island right now. Is your focus? Are you not as focused? People have concerns that you're not focused on Tay, and maybe that might be an issue of concern when it comes to fighting on December the 20th.
Yeah, to be honest with you, right now I'm busy working on my Love Island. Listen, I'm having my ties at the beach. The guys in the gym, it doesn't matter to me because the work has been done, the rounds have been put in, the weight has been made. I'm fast, I'm strong, I punch, I'm healthy. I got an MRI done right before I got out here. I'm already over here in the region anyway, so I'm adjusted to the time zone. And yeah, I'm honestly just looking forward to getting out there, getting face to face with him, and letting him know what real aura is, what a real man looks like. And I think all of his millions of followers, that those beta males that pay money to subscribe to his Ponzi scheme, are going to be really upset when he's spending his time talking about how to be a man. I'm going to show him how to be a man when I'm packing him in and I'm asking him what color his Bugatti is, and he can't even remember his own name. I seriously doubt he's going to remember what color his car is.
Oh, I just saw what Tay had to say, and he said on paper you should win, but you don't fight based on paper. What's your thoughts on that?
And I'll respond to that saying the same exact thing. He thinks his Twitter followers are going to get in there and fight for him. The guy just has followers. He's a 4-3 light heavyweight bum. His Twitter followers and his Bugattis and his women and his big houses and his coaches, his fat coach, by the way, is not getting in the ring and fighting for him. They're all going to sit there in horror as he went into a dream thinking he was going to get the heavyweight championship and he woke up in a nightmare. I'm going to hit that man so fast that he's going to think he's surrounded.
The ex CEO of Misfits has said, and he believes that you're going to beat Tate. What's your thoughts on that? The fact that the ex CEO is backing you.
Yeah, obviously KSI, he gave me a call. He said, Chase, I got a job for you. And very rarely does KSI call me up and say, Chase, I got a job for you. And I'm like, buddy, any place, anytime, anywhere, whatever you need. And he goes, listen, this guy come in, he wants to be the CEO. He wants to be, the top G and run my company. But listen, JJ, go get your company back. I'm going to go pack him in. I'm going to take the keys to the Bugatti, and then you can have Misfits back, all right? Because this guy is going to want nothing to do with boxing when I'm done with him.
And when you look at what one of the things Tate said was, things are different now. He's a billionaire. He's got the best nutritionists. He's got the best trainers. He's got the best sparring partners. He's got the most elite road to the fight on December the 20th. Does that concern you?
Buddy, I'm away filming Love Island right now. Do I look concerned? No. I came on this space. I paused my date, said, baby girl, I'll be right back. Hold my Mai Tai. I'll be right back. I got to go talk some shit to Top G. He can talk about being a billionaire and having the best coaches, best training. Listen, that's all copism. That's all coping. Let me tell you what it is. There's two people getting in the ring, the Bugattis, the girls, the training camp, all that. None of that's fighting for him. It's me and him. I'm going to take his head off. He's going to try to take my head off. He's not big enough. He's not faster than me. He's not stronger than me. He's not longer than me. That guy has nothing. He has nothing. And the problem is the same thing that he's saying about being a billionaire and having all this money is going to be his biggest downfall. The difference is he already has everything, so he doesn't have that dog in him. He doesn't have that hunger. I'm coming for everything that they said I couldn't have. I kicked the door in to get this far, and I don't plan on stopping at the entrance. I'm going upstairs. I'm clearing out the bank, and I'm off in his Bugatti before he even knows what color it is.
And give us a prediction. What happens in this fight? Does it go all the way, or do you have a knockout?
He's gonna come out in that bullshit low guard, and I expect it. And the thing is like I've met with my team, I've met with my coaches. We've broken down hours of film with Andrew Tate, and we fully know if that goes the distance, that he's probably done some sorcery to get a robbery decision. And so, full plan of action is we have to knock him out. I don't think that he lasts 2 rounds. I really don't see it going past 2-3 rounds. He's old, he's slow, he's got a kickboxing guard. He's going to be terrified. There's going to be 10,000 people, millions at home watching, rooting for him. And I think he folds in that amount of pressure. I think he crumbles. And I think I'm going to be there to pick up the crumbs.
If you beat Tate, the number one question people have got is, what color is your Bugatti going to be?
My color is going to be red, just like what's going to be coming out of his nose December the 20th.
Okay, I'm gonna go to a couple of questions from the audience. So unless Mams, do you want to jump in with some
So,
questions
yeah,
Chase?
I want to hear, because we don't have Andrew with us right now, but we've got one of his closest friends, Warren the Mechanic Spencer, who will be on the card fighting El Kakui Tony Ferguson. Warren, what do you think about the things that Chase is saying, that confidence? Do you think that that's going to be intimidating for Andrew?
Yeah, I think Andrew's seen this sort of stuff before a million times over. I think he knows the game very well. Like Chase said, he's had 80 fights. He's had people talking shit to his face before a million times over. So I don't really think, that level of intimidation would do much to him as a person. He's very focused. He's very confident. He believes in his ability, and I think, he'll display that on the night. I just don't, think this level of the fight is just something that's going to affect him, to be honest, bro.
And it is the first time Andrew's fighting on a big stage, even though he's one of the most well-known men on the planet. Do you think the nerves will play a factor, having Chase having had the experience he's had recently, and been much more active in recent years?
No, I think after that amount of fights, man, so 70 plus fights, 80 plus fights, he's already been there and done it. And he knows full well that no matter how big the crowd is or how many people are watching or how many cameras are there, his mind is conditioned for one thing and one thing only, which is fight. And look, I've taken a few smacks in my career up till now. I've been bloodied and beaten in that ring, and I've had wars, but you know, I spar with Andrew a lot, and never have I been hit with that level of power before. I know he's much bigger, and it's just not even the power. It's just the precision in his shots. It's the skill level that he's at. It's a completely different world to where I am right now in my career, and
Warren, how big are you, Warren? Just so we have
I
some
can
reference.
I can happily say that. I mean, I walk around, 80, 84 key. So I'm not small by any stretch, but it's just one of those things, bro. It's conditioning and it's experience, and it's when a lot of people say levels to the game, I don't think they really understand how many levels there are to this game, and where he is right now. I just think is yeah,
And
he's
I'm
just
gonna open a
he
level of
operates.
ass whippery on that man. That's why he's not here right now. He's hiding. He's hiding behind you. He's hiding behind this whole facade. He is a fraud, and I plan on exposing him on on December the 20th. And that's no shade to you, Warren. That's no shade to the rest of his team. But I just want you to know that the bigger guy will always bash up the smaller guy. No shade to you and his sparring partners, but if he's sparring you and Fez Batista, that's not getting him ready for a 105 kilo heavyweight. That's just the simple facts.
Yeah, I mean, he's not just sparring me and Fez Batista. That's one thing I can tell you for sure. You know,
Benny
we have
sucks too. You tell
undefeated.
Benny I said he sucks.
Yeah, we have undefeated UFC fighters, big guys, tall guys, long guys, rangy guys.
This
Like,
is
you know, all the
boxing, not
stuff that we do is
UFC.
con.
This is
All the stuff we
boxing.
do is content, you know. And look, I don't want to get in between you guys. I think, to be honest, Chase, credit to you. You have seriously big balls for jumping in the ring with a
Balls, I'm
guy
gonna
like
drop
that.
him on his chin when I put him down on the
And
canvas. He's gonna see
you
my
know,
big balls.
and fair enough. I don't want to speak on any behalf here, but I just know that it's going to be a rough night. It's going to be a rough night for Chase.
Hey, you better
The,
shut the
the,
fuck up about Fez Batista. I got way more experience than you and anyone in your fucking team. You better stop talking, boy. You better stop talking, weirdo. That's the third time you done that now. The third time. Don't fucking disrespect me, you fucking weirdo. You're a novice. Shut the fuck up.
sorry, Fez.
Thanks for
Me,
that,
man.
Fez.
Oh shit.
Just back to you, mechanic.
I don't know where to go with that, guys. I'm sorry.
That was an interesting intermission. We had to kind of like when you got to change segues, but yeah, I appreciate that. But Chase on that. Oh, sorry. Let mechanic on that. I mean, I think he's made a fair point. Like I heard what you just said now about it. I heard it in a press conference. He says he's sparring with UFC fighters. Is that going to give him the enough practice to fight against Chase? Because UFC fighters aren't boxers. What's your thoughts?
Yeah, again, I think with this whole thing, right? Okay, whether you look at UFC fighters, whether you look at boxers, at the end of the day, you're dealing with top class, top level strikers, and in when you go through this fight game, I've only been in the fight game for a couple of years now, so again, I'm just talking from my experience up till now. There's always going to be a day where you go to the gym, or whatever level you are, where there's going to be someone that gets the edge on whatever particular day, and it's just the way that it is. And Andrew has been around this game for that long, and he's just so experienced, so calculated in there. His ring IQ is crazy, and I just don't think Chase has a chance, just purely based
Buddy,
on
can
that.
you zip up his pants when you're done speaking for him, please?
Look, again, I'm just speaking truth here. I'm just speaking facts. That's what it is. You can't discredit any of his career, and if you do, that's on you.
I discredit everybody. I don't believe in fighting bums, obviously. He can fight all the UFC strikers if he wants, but listen, it's same with boxing. It takes one punch to end it. Ask Fabio Wardley, ask Joseph Parker, ask any of these guys. One punch separates it. If he was as confident as he was, I asked for 10 rounds, why did he only want 6? That's the question that I want to know. If he was so confident, why is there a weight clause? If he was so confident, why does he have all this bullshit rematch, this and that? Like, why is that all there? Because he's not confident, because he knows damn well that if I go in there full fucking power, I'm going to roll him over like a fucking freight train.
One of the arguments many people have got against you, Chase, is that you just don't have the experience. What's your thoughts on that?
He fought a guy in his 85th fight that was a debut. He was fighting debuts in his 80 plus professional fights. He was still fighting debuts. There's a law now to stop people from doing that. I know, like, he might not agree with it or not, but after four fights, I think it's to fight more rounds. You can't fight debuts anymore. And this guy's he racked up 72 fights against cab drivers and McDonald's workers. No offense to him, but if I was really worried about it, I would be more focused on the camp and less on trying to find the love of my life.
It's still experience at the end of the day. And here's another thing. Out of war, there are a lot of secrets in training camp. There are a lot of things that have not been released in training camp. I've been in the camp with Andrew. I know about certain things I'm not allowed to talk about. So trust me, what you see, everything out there is not everything that's going on.
Fez,
So
you
you'll see
fight
him
a
fight now.
lightweight, buddy. Fez, you fight a
Hey,
lightweight.
you're fat. You're fat.
Let's
You
nip
can't
that up,
box.
buddy.
What do you know about boxing? You don't know a damn thing about
I know
boxing. You're a Burger
but
King boy. You are fat. You've never had one boxing match
the
in
only
your entire
experience you've
life.
got, buddy, is
He's
crawling
getting
around on the
advice from a
canvas.
legend, and I can't tell you who that is, but use your brain. You're fat.
Your experience is crawling around the
You're
canvas.
fat. You are fat. Shut
You're
up.
done.
How did you get this gig? You are literally grateful that you're getting thrown
Right.
around.
Someone
Shut
add
up. You
Idris
don't
up.
belong here. You don't
Come with
belong
this
in this
guy.
shit. Levels to this game, buddy. You stay out of this.
You're on a tutorial island,
You
buddy.
stay out of this.
Okay. And Chase, I got a couple of questions from the audience for you because I'm not sure how long we've got you here for. Mams, do jump in whenever you want. So the first question from the audience is, Chase, what was your reaction when you got offered the Tate fight for the very first time?
You know what? I don't even ask questions. Mams calls me up and says, Chase, I got a job for you. I say, send the contract. He can back me on that. I don't ask who it is. I don't ask where it's from. Obviously, yeah, I'm gassed, but I'm so sorry that I have to beat up all these beta males. I'm sorry for Fest, because I like Fest, but I got to beat your king down in front of you, buddy.
I dare you say that again. I dare you say that to my face. Quit calling my name, Chase. Don't make me come up to heavyweight now.
Hey, listen, I want no smoke fest. But listen, guys,
Yeah,
I
say
actually
that again.
I gotta get back to my Love Island.
Yeah, run away.
I've put
Run
this
away.
girl on pause.
Run away. You're
Chess,
losing.
hold on one
Yeah,
second.
yeah.
Hold on one second. We have Suleiman. Can you accept Harrison HS?
I'll put his bitch ass in here. Put his bitch ass. Give me 2
He's in
seconds.
Yeah, of course.
orange. And then
This guy is the biggest fraud. Speaking of jail to services, this guy got out of jail and now he's wanted in Spain. So I don't know where he plans on fighting, but I'll tell you right now, if he's in Dubai, I hope he brings that glass bottle he plans to break over my face because I got a couple things to break off in his ass,
He's just coming up now. Let's
starting
see
with
what
my
he's got to
foot.
say.
Yeah, come up here. HS. Now you want to talk because I got a platform, huh, buddy? Get your kick streamers up here too, buddy. There he is.
Chase, look, I don't really want to give you any type of attention and stuff, but what I
Buddy, I'm not
can't
giving you no attention. Don't you worry.
what I can't do though is sit here, yeah, with you talking all big, acting like you're a big man and whatnot and all of this stuff, but you don't look after your own mother, bro. Her house is getting repossessed and you don't give her anything. So all of these fights,
What
you're
are you
fighting Andrew Tate, you don't
what are
give
you
your mother a
talking about,
penny.
bro?
Her house is
You
getting
don't
taken
even know
off
what
of
you're
her,
talking
bro.
about.
Her house is
You don't
getting
even know what
taken.
you're
Prove
talking
it.
about.
Prove that I'm
You don't
lying.
even know what you're
Prove
talking
that I'm
about.
lying.
I'm
Prove that
adopted, you
I'm
idiot. I'm
lying.
adopted, you
Prove that I'm
idiot. I'm
lying.
adopted.
Prove that
I'm
I'm lying.
adopted, Harrison.
Prove that I'm lying,
Harrison,
bro.
worry about your
Your mum's
charges, buddy.
yard is
Worry
getting
about your charges. You
taken
are a
off of
felon.
her,
You are
bro.
a wanted felon, and
Not
you are
anymore. Hey, not
unplatformed.
anymore. Not
Nobody wants to beat
anymore.
you. I was
Not
going to pack
anymore.
you in your
Not
debut, and you fought
anymore.
George
Not
Fenson
anymore.
from Love Island, and you
Not
know better, buddy.
anymore.
You are a bum. Go back
Not
to Marbella,
anymore.
stop getting
Not
charges,
anymore.
and don't worry about anything I have going on in my life. If you did your research, you would know I'm an adopted child, buddy. And when I got famous, people
Oh
reached out for
shit.
money. But you,
Shit.
sir,
You don't
don't
give
know
your mum a
anything because you
penny.
have the brain
You
cells of a
didn't give your
third
mum a
grader.
penny.
And
You
if you
didn't give your
feel
mum a
tough,
penny.
you know where I live in Spain, and I would say pull up to my house,
I
but we
don't
know
know.
that you're
How would
wanted
I
there
know where
too.
you live?
You
I'm not.
bum.
I'm not
You
wanted. I'm not
absolute
wanted.
fraud.
I'm not
You are a
wanted.
fraud
I'm not
and you are
wanted.
scary. Listen, if you want to get packed in, I'm
I'm
not George Fenton,
scary.
buddy. I will beat the living shit out of you, Harrison.
Yeah. So anyway, bro, just give like a 10 or 15 quid to your mum after this tape fight. All right. I
Yeah, I'll
know
give it
that's
to your mom too, and 10
that's a
more
decent
inches down
percentage.
her
That's a
throat,
decent
buddy.
percentage, but go give it.
I'll
Just
give her
go give
10
it to
inches
her.
down your throat, buddy.
Of
Do
course you
better
will,
research
bro.
next time you
Of
come with
course you
that
will,
crap.
bro. Of
Do
course
better
you will.
research, buddy. I'll
Bro,
see you in
give a
Dubai, all
penny.
right?
Bro. I
Come
will see
try me
you
in
in Dubai,
Dubai.
bro. I
I'll
will
see
see
you in
you in
Dubai, buddy.
Dubai. I will
I'm
see
not
you in
Vitaly or
Dubai.
whoever you fought. I will beat the shit out of you in front of
Vitaly,
your kick stream.
bro.
I will tell them to pull up the
I've never
kick
had a
stream.
fight with
Pull
Vitaly.
up the kick stream so I could beat your little buddy down there, just like I
I've
had your
never
boy
had a
Ed kicked
fight
out
with
of the party
Vitaly.
last week. I'll have you
What
escorted out
party?
swiftly. Swiftly. You are
You'll
a
have me
bum, HS.
escorted out.
And if you
You'll have
ever
me
want a fight,
escorted
if
out.
you ever want to fight, I will post the footage of my coach packing you in and you quitting in that spar. So
Post the
keep trying me.
footage. Post
You
the
are an
footage.
absolute bum.
Post the
Absolute. And I need to go.
footage.
I have to go, guys. So
Post the
thanks for having
footage,
me. I have
bro.
to have important
Post
shit
the
to do.
footage, bro.
HS, go talk to your bums. I'm
Post
going
the
to go back to,
footage, bro.
I've risen up the girls on Love Island. All right. Kiss my ass, buddy.
Oh, God.
Hey, Chess, question for you. Are you willing to get in the ring and give my boy Zerka a rematch? Okay, he's dropped. Mams, let me give it straight back to you. Was there anything you wanted to add, and then we'll go to the other fighters?
I mean, HS TikkyTokky he has so much potential as a fighter as well. I can't wait to see him make his debut, not debut, but his have his second fight. And who knows? I think the beef between him and Chase is very genuine. They do not like each other. And, it gives us something to look forward to. But we can't look past this fight we have right now, which is a mega, mega massive fight. Um, but yeah, HS is certainly a character. Look forward to having him back.
Yeah, For sure, for sure. We'll have to see. I appreciate him coming on. We weren't expecting that. But let's go to Anthony Taylor. Anthony Taylor, I mean, everyone's looking forward to your fight. It's a bit different. What's your thoughts about what's going to happen?
Oh man, like I always do, win, beat him up. He's probably gonna try to go for a takedown, which totally fine with me. But I'm okay with that. I'm just gonna beat his ass. It's gonna be an easy fight. One of my easiest fights. He's not. I mean, he only fought. No disrespect to my guy Warren Spencer, but Warren Spencer don't have no MMA
Big
fights
love,
or
brother. We're all
amateur.
good.
Yeah, yeah, no, all good. You know, and then on top of that, Bellator fed him amateur feeders. So it's gonna be an easy fight. I'm just chilling right now. My main focus is cutting weight. I'm about 205 right now, so it's my main focus. Um, I'm locked in, ready to go. I'm kind of concerned about the whole thing with him and the Dagestans, but I'm sure he'll show up. He'll be ready to go. But other than that, man, I'm locked down, locked in, and focused.
I mean, people are looking forward to this fight. When it comes to Dillon Danis, though, what in terms of how you prepping differently, because this is obviously an MMA fight. It's more in his arena as opposed to him having to box. How are you going to deal with that?
Hold on, I don't get why people can't just keep saying this is his environment, this is his arena. Like, dude, I've been fighting way before this motherfucker even hopped in the cage. This is my specialty. This is my bread and butter. So when people over here talking shit, talking about he's gonna sub me in the first round, that means you motherfuckers ain't did none of your research. You guys don't know I'm on a 5-fight win streak in MMA. Yeah, I fought since 2020, but Dylan Dennis, his last fight before Warren Spencer was 2017. And then on top of that, his last jiu-jitsu match, I believe, was in 2019. So this guy hasn't fought in almost 6, 7 years. And his first fight back was Warren Spencer. So, like I said, no show shade to Warren Spencer, but I'm a motherfucker when it comes to my wrestling. Like, this is what I do for this shit. Like, I don't got no 9 to 5 fucking. My job is to be a fucking killer, 7 fucking days a week. That's my job.
You are rubber banding a little bit. In the meantime, let me go to Mams. Mams, you said it's going to be the biggest pay-per-view event you've ever had. I believe you had about over 1 million pay-per-view buys in the KSI Tommy Fury fight. How much are you expecting this time?
I think it'll be around the same, but probably a little north of that. I expect. I think this is Misfits Mania. It's a stacked card. It's people are very excited, and it's Andrew Tate. It's the King Cobra. So his first time fighting since he's really blown up as a personality that everybody knows, loves or hates, and it's going to be hard for other pay-per-view stars to compete with that.
Okay, one of the questions people do have is what made you replace KSI? Like, what happened? What was the situation that caused that to happen?
Man, where was your land when I was on the email trying to stop the press bench from killing them souls? Where was your land when I was in the kitchen whipping up meals for
What
kids
is
I think?
Thanks for that. Thanks for that. We always appreciate the random unmutes for music. That being said, Mams, if you want to answer the question.
Let's hear more of that music and move on to the next question.
Okay, I get it. I get it. What you? I mean, look, you signed Tate. He is the most viral guy on the planet, especially in 2022. Still one of the most talked about persons when it comes to, and he transcends. He transcends social media. He transcends mainstream media. He transcends sports. Was that the basis behind why you signed him? And what's your thoughts or what vision do you have in terms of this fight and then going forward with Andrew Tate?
Andrew Tate has been a fighter all his life in one capacity or another, and it just made sense. Misfits is a brand for misfits, people you're gonna like, people you're gonna hate, people you're gonna love, and it's about having people on this stage that you're not indifferent to. As soon as you hear the name Andrew Tate, it either inspires you, makes you happy, makes you excited, makes you want to check out what it's in relation to, or it makes you absolutely be overcome with emotion of why you hate the guy. So if you look at the biggest pay-per-view stars of all time, it's Floyd Mayweather and Conor McGregor. They're both in the majority of the top 10 pay-per-views of all time. Why is that? It's because people who loved them really loved them. They were loyal fans, and people who hated them couldn't wait to see them get punched in the face on the hope that they're going to get knocked out and embarrassed and make them feel some kind of joy and satisfaction for how they've offended them or whatever the case may be. So Andrew Tate is the epitome of having people who are impassioned by him or passionate about him.
And okay, so one of the questions we've got from the audience is, seeing as though this event will not be broadcast by DAZN, will we expect the graphics and style of the event to be more unique to the Misfits brand, as there won't be any DAZN involvement? Is that right? And then, if you can answer that question.
Yeah, DAZN won't be involved in this one. We'll be going back to DAZN on future events. We've got a great partnership with DAZN. However, there is a little bit more of a sense of you know, there, there's more freedom on this event. We can do what we want. We can put on whoever we want. All that kind of stuff. So it's nice. But again, DAZN are great partners as well. So it's just a bit different. In terms of the graphics and stuff, we have pretty much free reign on that anyway. So I think in the last year or so we've been experimenting with different styles and that's not going to change. But yeah, the tone of the event is going to be a little bit more wild.
Yeah, it gives you that flexibility for sure. Another question they've got is, and this is for either you or Anthony Taylor, which is, was the original plan for Anthony Taylor to defend his boxing belt, or was the MMA fight always in the plans?
No, this was Anthony wants to do things where he's the first, and he's him and Chase, to their credit, Warren too, actually, and there's a handful of others. I'll tell them, hey, do you want to fight this guy? They say yes and ask questions after, and Anthony's one of those guys. He'll take on anyone. He fought Darren Till very impressively out of his weight class, and he wants to be the first person to have a championship belt for boxing and for MMA simultaneously. And of course, they've got a beef. Anthony punched Dillon in the face in a brawl in the street, which we saw, and got the better of Dillon. And for Dillon, this is an opportunity to kind of wipe that black mark off where. Even though a lot of people, it wasn't exactly, it was a street fight, it was a scuffle. Anthony got a punch in, and Dillon wants to get his own back and put him in Uma Plata and make him tap. And of course, Anthony's got MMA experience, so he's not going to be an easy fight, and just made sense all round.
And when will the next UK fight be?
The next UK fight we can look forward to getting announced soon. We're working on January or February, and it's going to be a massive main event as well. Another pay-per-view.
Okay, and Warren, question to you, or the mechanic as you are called. How are you preparing differently compared to your previous fights? People are shocked that you're going and basically about to get into an MMA fight with a professional MMA fighter. What's your thoughts on that?
Well, the preparations for this fight are obviously far different to the last one because this is boxing. It's not MMA. And the last camp I had was like, look, it was, if someone could take a crash course in MMA, I was the guy, But as far as Tony's concerned, I mean, if you look at the last shot he got knocked out with, he looked like a chicken nugget, and that's what I'm going to do to him. I'm going to turn him into a chicken nugget on December the 20th, and it's as simple as that. Really, the preparations are as they've always been in the boxing game, and I love it. I love the boxing game. I really do. I'm obsessed with it. Every day I think about it. When I wake up before I go to bed at night, it's boxing, boxing, boxing. So, if Tony wants to sleep on me and think he can come and bully me, then that's on him.
Let's Adam, you got your hand up. Have you got a question? Okay, let's.
Adam Brooks.
What's happening, Mams? Sorry, I couldn't get my mic on then. Well done for putting this card on, Mams. Very, very impressed. Very
Thank
impressed. It's
you.
going to be watched by millions, this one, fella.
Yeah, no doubt. It's going to be a lot of fun. Are you coming?
I can't, unfortunately. Family commitments and obviously I run a pub as well. I'm here at the moment, so it's my busiest time, man. So I've got to have a week here, unfortunately. But I will definitely be watching it from home.
Adam.
I never miss them.
No, no, I know. We love having you there. But you know, running a pub is haram, Adam.
I'm not religious, mate. I'm not religious in any respect. So listen,
Too busy being a
whatever,
local superhero is what he's doing.
whatever feeds my family, mams, is what I do.
Bless you. Bless you. Yeah.
But
And
no,
we
I'm
get
looking forward to this, mate. And please keep me in mind. I've got someone I'd like to call out as well. Raheem Pardisi. He's bottling it. I've heard. So if you can get in his ear, mate, I'd love to fight him on the next UK show.
I think we can make that happen. I think we can make that happen.
Good 50-50 that one, mate.
It's a good fight. He impressed us against Amadeus Ferrari, who was the favorite.
Well, you know, I was meant to fight Amadeus, and family commitment stopped me doing that. And I thought Raheem was going to get done in the first or second round, and he ended up beating him. So I come away from that event really sort of gutted that I didn't say yes, because he didn't come out fighting like we all thought, did he, Amadeus?
No, no, he was a shell of himself that night, but we'll see him back
Mm,
and he'll have another opportunity. But yeah,
that's
thanks
that's
for
it. All right,
always.
well, pencil me in, Mams. I'm there for Raheem if he wants it.
Yeah, love it. Thank you, Adam.
Well done, mate.
We have we have Killer Carla Jade, the women's lightweight champion, who will be on the card as well, fighting Taylor Starling. Carla, how are you feeling about this fight? And you keep on elevating your competition. This is going to be a very, very tough fight. How are you preparing differently?
What up? First of all, obviously, thank you so much for having me on the card. I'm super excited. An incredible card. Yeah, she's definitely my toughest opponent. I'd probably say she's like the toughest out of all of the girls you've had on Misfit. So
Carla, we
definitely.
love you, but talk your shit. Don't be polite. Come on.
No, I mean, is Taylor not here?
No, she's not with us, but
Oh,
Jenny
what a
Savage
ball.
asked to be here.
Oh, Jenny, the little. Oh, I'll watch my language, but Jenny, the little beg. Jenny beats no one, so I know she's still a bit sad about that. But unfortunately, she's irrelevant. And Taylor already beat Jenny, so we thought we'd go one up and get someone who's actually
No,
relevant.
no, 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 no.
Yeah.
I'm 1-1. We're 1-1, and
Oh
honestly,
no,
we all know how that went. My
no,
hand
you
broke early
lost.
in that fight,
You
and I
lost.
won.
What was
On
the
paper,
what was
I
the result at
lost.
the end?
She had every doctor in her corner, but she's not here to defend
You're
herself, and
always
our
making
trilogy will go.
excuses, aren't you? Just like when
Excuses. What's your
you got
excuse
you
about?
got robbed. You
What's
got
your
robbed
excuse
from
about
Elle.
Melanie?
You got robbed from Taylor.
What's your excuse about Melanie?
There's no excuses.
What's your
Melanie didn't want a rematch,
exactly? She whooped your
unfortunately.
ass.
She
She whooped
didn't
your
want a
ass.
rematch. That's her
She whooped your
problem.
ass,
That's
and
her
she
problem.
wanted that rematch, and
No, she
you turned that
didn't.
down.
No, she
Yes, you
didn't.
did.
I think Mams and Misfits have already confirmed she didn't want to. You're a little bum. Nobody cares about you. You weren't relevant enough, so Misfits didn't want you on. Sorry, boohoo.
No, you
Calm
didn't
down.
want me on.
No one gives a fuck.
That's you.
Mams
You're
wants
the
to
one that
fight
gets to choose it.
Danis.
You brought me up your last fight. You're indecisive.
And they
You're
didn't want
scared.
you because you're an
ITKO
irrelevant
Taylor
bum with a
Starling in the
shit
first fight that I
record.
had miss.
You're an irrelevant bum with a shit record.
Oh,
Just
I must be
think you're
relevant
ugly
enough
as
for you
fuck
to
and
address
nobody
me.
cares.
I must
You're
be
irrelevant.
relevant enough for you to
You're
address me.
irrelevant.
I
Shoot.
must be relevant enough for you to address me. So what does that make
No
you? And
one's addressing you.
when you
Go back to
lose,
your
what
trailer
does that
park.
make
Be
you?
gone. Like
What
no
does that
one's
make
addressed
you?
you.
You
No one's addressed you.
Yes, you did.
No
You
one's
addressed me
addressed
right
you.
after you. I was
You're
the
on
first thing
my
on your
fight
mind
card.
after your
You're going
last
on
fight
my fight
against
card.
Darren,
I'm not
against
going to accept
Darren,
your
against
fuck.
Darren, against Darren.
Against
Thank you.
Darren, who was going to knock me
Yes.
out, and then you didn't.
You mentioned me
No,
right in your
yeah, and now
interview.
you're
You
irrelevant.
mentioned me in several
And we
interviews,
don't
and
need
now
you
I'm here.
anymore. So
So I
goodbye.
don't give a flying fucking when
I
you
don't
lose,
give a flying
don't
fuck.
even call my
Oh,
line.
shut
Don't
up.
mention me after Taylor
Come
whoops your
to
fucking
Dubai and
ass.
do something
After
about
Taylor
it.
beats your ass and takes the
I
fucking
can't
belt,
wait.
do
Just like
not
you said,
even
Darren was
mention
going to
me.
beat my ass. Take a breath, you fat fuck. Chill.
Oh, I'm a fat fuck, but you a
You
bony,
are a
skinny
fat
ass
fuck.
fucking
You
crackhead
can't
looking
even
ass
make
bitch.
weight. You don't
Your
even make
panties
weight for your
hard.
fights, you
You fucking
bum.
got a fucking broad back. You ugly and you fucking bony and you need to go eat something.
Well,
Why you calling me fucking
why don't
fat?
you worry about making weight for your fights, you bum fuck? So you can
Oh,
lose
making
your
weight for
fat.
my fight. Something that I was asked to fill in
Oh,
last
but you
minute.
didn't, did you?
Thank you.
Oh, Jenny can't make weight. And
Oh,
All
now
Jenny
right.
can't make
Well,
weight. Yeah, because I didn't have a full fucking camp. You
you're
fucking bony
always
bitch.
making excuses. That's
thank
why
you.
I'm
you're
making
not
Thank you,
excuses.
champ.
How
guys.
about you go ask the opponent how it went?
Bye, Jenny.
Thank you guys for
Bye, bye,
joining
bye,
us.
Jenny.
Bye,
Bye,
Jenny, we
bye.
hope to
Jenny.
see you soon. And Carla, we will definitely see you in Dubai.
I'm very
Um,
excited. Thanks for having me.
And
of
off into
course.
obscurity, you'll go.
Bye,
Thank you, guys.
Jenny.
Um, before we go to some more questions, Suleiman, if it's okay with you, we have Fox the G, who won Fighter of the Night on Misfits Duel, and Amir Cashman Anderson. Congratulations to both of you. Fox the G is now the Misfits boxing lightweight champion. Amir Anderson is 5-0 with 5 KOs, 10-time national champion. These guys are unbelievable. I'm very proud of both of you, and I know you'll be joining us in Dubai as well. So, if you want to say a few words, and B Dave, who beat Rod Stewart's son as well.
Dude,
No, that was a knockout of the night contender for sure.
I'm out here in Thailand, man. I just got here today. I'm chilling with the lady boys at the McDonald's at 5 a.m.
Oh, that sounds fun.
Say hi, say hi. Oh, they don't know English. Sorry.
Amir, how do you feel about your victory and what's to come?
Um, Thank you to Misfits for allowing me to perform November 9th. I felt real good. I had to get that old geezer out of there. But on to the next. Uh, my next opponent, he a dead man. I don't want to say his name, but that UK cokehead he's going down and he's gonna pay for what he did in Nashville.
I'll
So
say his name. It's Joe Laws, and we'll make the announcement when it's ready. But for which card it's going to be on and all of that good stuff. But I think he's going to bring out the best in you because he has a habit of getting under people's skin. But from
nah,
what I've
you
seen,
know, man, listen, I've been through all the struggles. My mom raised me. I live in one of the most impoverished cities in America, and when I tell you the pressure that Joe's Law applying does not affect me. I fought all the I fought all the top fighters. I sparred world champions. I sparred Hall of Famers, and Joey Law's got nothing on me, and he got nothing to give me to push me to my limits. So, Mams, I tell you, it's gonna be an easy night. I'm 5-0, 5 knockouts. I'm probably one of the only misfit. Quote me if I'm wrong. I'm probably one of the only misfit fighters that have 100% KO ratio, that have more than 3 fights, and yeah, I'm coming for that title. You know what I mean? And it's gonna be easy work. I'm gonna make easy work of Joey Loss. And I wish he was in here because I do want to tell him that. But I'm pretty excited for what's to come. And thank you to Mams. Mams always believed in me, and he shows me love where a lot of people write me off, but he gave me the platform, and I'm ready to go.
well,
Shout out to Fox the G too. He performed really well, and I wanted to give him his props on here. He beat my former teammate, and he did real well, and I'm proud of him too.
thanks, Cashman. We look forward to seeing you soon. You're always a gentleman, always great energy, and you, among a handful of other MF pros who are creating a new wave for us. And in terms of credibility, no one can question the likes of you and your accomplishments, your accolades. A lot of the time, people get Misfits Boxing and MF Pro mixed up. Yes, we sprinkle some pro fights on our shows, but Amir Anderson is an MF Pro. He's one of the biggest faces on MF Pro and a future world champion. So we appreciate you, and it's easy to believe in you, champ. So thanks for joining us, and we look forward to seeing you again soon.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me, man.
Of course, Fox the G, the new lightweight MFB champion.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. First of all, shout out Amir as well, man. Really cool guy, and he's a future world champion as well. Bro, champ life is good. It's very similar. Wake up in the same bed and go to the same gym, do all the same shit in the same clothes. But I've got a nice piece of hardware that I'm taking on dates now, so
It's a
it's
good
been good.
conversation piece, yeah.
Yeah, it's a good bro in the airport, man. Like I was carrying it around. And yeah, it's a good conversation starter for the host. But no, honestly though, it's really cool, man, to be able to like show my family. I'm gonna go see my grandma soon with it. Well, I've already seen one grandma, but the other one. Um, it's just good to be able to show this is a real thing. The work's paid off, and yeah, it's an accomplishment I'm proud of.
Very good, Fox the
My,
G. What's next for you? I heard you're going to be watching Dean the Great's fight very closely.
You tell me, man. You tell me. I'm gonna be there. Matter of fact, I'm gonna be there watching very closely. I'm watching everything very closely. I've been watching this entire lightweight division very closely since it
Where,
started.
where,
So,
where I
everybody's on notice.
where I give you credit a lot is you really started as a fan of the space. You committed behind when no one even knew you were having these amateur fights and you were winning. You have a special talent, and you've taken fights like Waleed Sharks and Cray Cray slightly prematurely. If I was your coach, I would have been advising you not to yet. I'd be like, one more fight and then Waleed, one more fight and then Cray Cray. But you stepped up to the plate and you overcame the odds, and yeah, you deserve a big round of applause for that. So,
Hey, that's why you're not
e-
my coach.
exactly right.
No,
Yeah.
no, I'm joking. But Mams, we gotta talk, man. I got a hit list because look, there's Waleed, that's cool. Cray Cray, that's cool. All these other guys, that's cool. But there's a lot of other people that I need to prove
Uh,
myself
your
against, man. There's a
coach,
lot of
your
challenges
coach
out
sent
there.
me the hit list, and I saw Anthony Joshua on there as well. Let's just see how let's see how it
Yeah,
goes with Jake, and then we'll decide from there. Okay, champ.
the catch
yeah,
mark
I
the
did hear he was
pussy.
doing some charity work out there in Miami, but
All right, all right.
we'll
Well,
get him
thanks for
soon.
joining us, Fox.
Hello.
Joe Laws, Amir Anderson's
Yeah,
opponent. You're here. A few words for Amir.
yeah. Listen to me, out, son. I want to smash you the bitch. You think I'm gonna be an easy night's work, son? I've been tried and tested, and I'm going nowhere. This apple pie shit's back. I'm gonna smash you from pillar to post, right?
Joey Laws,
And
you're
that's
not
gonna
gonna do
be
nothing to
fast.
me.
And
Joey Laws,
that
you
is fact,
listen. You
sunshine.
traveled all the way to
That is
Dubai
fact, son.
to be sparring with Warren Spencer. No offense, Warren Spencer, but Warren Spencer is not me. Joey Laws, when it's time for me to
Warren's
me.
catching mad strays today
Why is
on this
everyone
stage.
throwing me in the middle of this
No,
tonight? What the
no
fuck
offense.
did I
Listen,
do?
Listen,
Warren
Catman,
Spence.
son.
Warren Spence. I promise. Listen, I'm a big fan. I watched your fight in Qatar, but it's levels to boxing. I've been boxing my whole
Oh,
life.
Catman,
This is the
take
same thing I
Joey
said
take
to
people's
Laws.
Chase.
balls out of your mouth. Take people's balls out of your mouth. I want to smash your head in, right?
Joey
Just
Laws.
take
Joey
care,
Laws.
sight.
When the time is right, you're going to be dead. You're a dead man walking. You're
You
not going to
listen,
do
my
anything
name's
to me.
Joe. For
Joey Laws, you
starters,
don't
my
put no
name's
fear in
Joe.
my heart. The whole time you was at the hotel, you did not do anything.
Stop
When I
speaking
tell you,
court.
Laws,
Stop speaking
Laws,
court, right?
listen, you're gonna pay for what you did. I'm gonna be the
Listen,
judge. I'm gonna be the judge. I'm gonna make the new laws.
get
You're gonna
KSI's
pay for
balls out of your mouth,
everything
will
you
you?
said. You're gonna pay for everything you did. Ma'ams,
Listen,
when I
get
tell you
KSI's
at the
balls out of your mouth,
hotel,
will you, man? I'm gonna smash
listen,
your head, man.
at
You
the
daft little
hotel,
cunt. You're gonna do nothing, man. You can only get street. You shoot plastic
he
guns. You're a
had
heavy.
listen at the
You're
hotel.
a
He had
heavy.
8 plates of food in front of me. Well, I tell you, he's gonna pay when it's time to fight. When I was cutting weight, he had 8 plates. I seen him get up 8 different times to get some food, and he's supposed to be
You're a
cutting weight for
fucking
this fight.
girl. You're a
Listen,
Amir,
heavy
hit him
old
with
man.
Amir. Amir, hit him with that Bernard Hopkins. You know what I mean.
yeah, right, and
Say
AT,
it. You can say
listen, AT is gonna be a show. I can't wait. Listen, Joey Laws, you're gonna be dead. You're
My
a dead
name's
man
Joe.
walking.
Stop calling me
You're a
Joey.
dead
My
man
name's
walking. I'm
Joe,
gonna do you
son.
worse than McKenna. I'm gonna do you
My
worse
name's
than
Joe.
I'm gonna do you worse than them Englishmen. You messing with a real life boxer. You doing? Listen,
Oh,
this is gonna
listen,
be.
man.
Hey,
Oh,
and what he
listen,
says,
man.
ain't what Amir saying is, ain't no white man about to beat me. That's pretty much
Oh,
what he's saying.
eating,
Listen,
eating,
listen.
eating that
Never
racist. Come
have I
on.
ever.
You can't play the race card. Come on.
No, we just
Joe,
spoke.
don't let this American smash you like that.
Hey, no, hey, Joe Low's like a mini version of Darren Till. We can all agree here.
I'm gonna
Literally,
smash your
literally.
fucking head in the mouth, son. Listen to me, after the fight, I'll buy you a drink. I'm gonna smash your fucking head in simple as that, pal.
Yeah,
There we
right.
go.
Just
Yeah, yeah,
make sure
yeah.
you get your
Well,
card
for
ready because you're gonna
starters,
buy me a
yeah,
lot of
yeah,
drinks.
yeah,
Make sure
yeah.
Adam
you get your
Brooks,
Listen,
you
card
can
son.
pull
For
ready.
the
one,
pints, Adam, yeah?
listen, son. For one,
I'll
my
be there,
name's
mate. I'll be
Joe.
there.
My name's not Joey. My name's
Haram.
fucking Joey Helmet, right? And for two, I'm gonna smash your head in simple as that.
Joe, do you really think you could beat me? Deep down inside.
Yes. 1,000,000%. You're
Deep down
21, son.
inside, deep down
Listen,
inside, do you really think you could beat
listen,
me?
listen, son. When I was 21, right, you were sucking my tits for milk. You're a baby. You are a bairn. You are a child.
Right.
I'm going to
So you just admitted
outman
that
you.
you're old. You just admitted that you're old. You're getting out the door. You're supposed to be a contender.
I'm going to
As
man versus
old, I'm
boy,
about to
son.
retire you.
Man versus boy, son.
Maybe when I get that KO bonus, I'll give you some money. You could use it for
Oh,
your
well, yeah,
retirement.
well, listen, when I get the cure
Listen,
bonus, I buy you a drink in the state.
when it's fight night, it's gonna be a whole different Joey Laws. You're gonna be shooken up. You're not gonna get
My
past his
name's
jab.
fucking
You're not gonna
Joe,
get
you
past his
fucking
jab,
divvy.
and it's
My
gonna
name is
listen.
Joe.
It's
My
gonna be
name is Joey,
I'll have a pint
man.
of Heineken, Adam. Cheers, bro.
listen. None of that even matters. Listen, it's gonna be. It's not even gonna be a war. It's gonna be a one-sided bloodbath, and you're gonna be on the wrong side. Period.
I'm gonna give you a beat down.
Period.
I'm giving you a
Period.
beat down, son. A fucking
Listen,
beat
Joey
down.
Laws,
Do you
you
think
have
I'm scared
nothing
of you?
for me, Joey
Do you
Laws.
think I'm scared of
Don't
you?
let him
Do you
call you
think I've
Joy.
not met people like you before, man?
Joey
I've
Laws, you
made
have
critical
nothing for
men
me.
cry.
Joey Laws.
I
It's
make you
gonna be
cry,
it's
son.
gonna be a bloody bath, and you're gonna be on the other side of it. And I'm telling you, it's not gonna be pretty. I hope the whole Dubai team that's there, Ben Williams, all of them, they all be there to help you get up, because it's gonna be bad for you, Joey Laws. I'm gonna do you worse than McKenna. I'm gonna do you worse
Me
than
fucking name's Joe, man. For the eighth time, my name's Joe, you fucking divvy. I'm not called Joey. Like, why
Joey,
keep saying
Joey,
Joey for?
Joseph,
Joe,
Joe,
Joe, Amir,
Joey,
thank you.
Joseph, Joe,
Listen, my name's Joe,
Cash
son.
and
My name's
five.
Joe,
Cash
kid,
and five.
child.
Guys,
Cash
I'm,
and
I'm,
five.
thank you very
I'm,
much for joining us, and
big
we're
love.
looking forward to
Big
getting
love.
these
Big
Thank
contracts
you,
Mams,
signed.
ma'ams.
thank you so much as well,
Thank you,
Mams.
ma'ams.
Big thank you to Mams. He's been true to his word.
Cut them off,
I'm
ma'ams.
taking over.
Cut them
I'm
off.
gonna smash all over. See you
Cut them off, ma'ams.
December. Fuck off. Fuck off.
Guys,
Bye. Fuck
God
off.
bless.
Bye.
Thank you for joining us.
Fuck off. Fuck off.
Let's go to Ghazi with a few questions, and then Suleiman, you can wrap it up with a few questions, if that's okay.
Yeah,
Easy,
sounds
thanks,
great.
man.
And then maybe we can bring a couple of people in from the audience if they've got a question, just to make it a bit interactive. But yeah, let's do that. Go
Absolutely,
ahead, Ghazi.
absolutely.
Mams, hello. How are you?
Very well. How are you, sir?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm
Hit,
good. I got a
hit,
couple of questions from
hit
the
me with the
KSI.
tough ones.
Of course. I got some questions from the KSI community. Of course, I'm gonna start with the most asked question, and it's about the belt situation. So, Warren Spencer is fighting Tony Ferguson for the interim middleweight belt. Now,
It's
the champion Gibb isn't fighting the belt to unify. Can you tell us why and what's the plan?
I had a really, really good conversation with Gib, and it was very, very sincere, and just spoke human to human. What are your goals? What do you want to do? And Gib feels as though, and I support him fully in this, feels as though he's accomplished everything he needs to in boxing. And as of right now, listen, people say they retire, people say they don't want to box for a while, and they get the itch, especially when they're a youngster like Gib. But for now, for that reason, this title fight will not be for the interim title, but it'll be for the actual title. So that's what's happening with that. And Gib supports us. We support his journey, and that's that. That's the reason. So Gib won't be fighting against Tony Ferguson or anyone, as he has accomplished all the things he wanted to in boxing.
There you have it, folks. Breaking news: Gibb is no longer the champion. The other champion, Jarvis, isn't fighting Warren Spencer for the welterweight title. Is there a
Pussy.
similar situation, or what's going on?
We will have a new tournament for that belt, and Jarvis for now is taking some time off, focusing on the success he's having with Fortnite. So we will have a tournament, a one-night tournament, to decide who the champion will be in 2026.
The middleweight title and the welterweight title have now been vacated. I want to talk about one other fight on the card, and this has been a question from our good friend Lesra Gomez. Dean the Great is stepping up to face Amado Vargas. Does that mean he's officially stepping away from the influential division and potentially entering the MF Pro division? I know you said earlier that he's got Fox the G has got his eyes on that fight. If Dean is successful, could that be a path in the future for Misfits?
In the future, I think Dean might have his eyes on more pro fights, but for now, this is the fight he's focusing on, and if he wins this fight, part of the deal is that he will be the mandatory contender for the MFB lightweight belt. So as it stands, it would be Fox the G versus Dean if Dean were to win this fight.
That's a major fight in the making. One more fight on the card that needs to be discussed that hasn't been brought up so far is the return of Slim going up against Niraj Goyat. A question from Dawood Ali asks, how hard was it or how easy was it to get the deal done to get Niraj on Misfits, seeing that he is a MVP side fighter?
Um, Look, Nikisa and I have had an interesting history. We all know that. But anything outside of Jake Paul and KSI, if this is a sign of how the negotiations are, it was very effortless and easy. Um, Niraj was interested in the fight, and we sent the contract. Within 2 3 days, it was signed, and no issues. You know, some give and take by both of us, and and that's it. Deal done. So it's a very interesting fight. I think I think Slim has also come back to the table. He signed a multi-fight deal with Misfits, so he is back, committed to Misfits. I think we all learn from our mistakes. We all grow from our mistakes, and I'm all about second chances. And Slim is a different Slim. You know, he's very committed to this. He's very committed to Misfits, and yeah, I'm excited for his journey. And this is going to be a tough challenge for him.
Exciting times ahead. If Slim does get the win against Sinaraj, that could be a potential title fight in the future for the Middle Eastern fighter. I've got one more question from Solo Dolo. He asked, will there be any gimmicks slash special rules fights soon, potentially on this event or the future or the upcoming UK event that you mentioned soon? Tag team fights, all of that special misfits.
The special misfit source will be back on this card. We have obviously an MMA fight, which is certainly not a gimmick fight, but something to keep things interesting and give people a variety. We have some more announcements coming up as well. Very exciting stuff to complete the card. And in terms of tag team, Survivor Tag, and a new concept, you can look forward to that in 2026. Lots of that to come.
Also, Mams, and I'm going to ask you just one more question. And this has been a really requested question coming from the community, which I must mention, everyone listening, please join the KSI community, best community on the platform. Will there be a launch press conference for this event? And if there is, how soon can we expect it?
There will be indeed, and announcement pending.
Exciting times. Well, you heard it from me, everyone. Join the KSI community, greatest community on earth. And yeah, back to you, Mams.
Thank you. Suleiman, I'll take it to you, sir.
Yeah. I'm gonna ask one question and then I'm gonna bring up some people. I'm just gonna bring them up randomly. Hope they've got some great questions, and then we'll take it from there. Question. I mean, one of the questions that the normies have is they've seen Andrew Tate become the CEO. KSI has been put aside. If and people look into the future. I know you don't like to do so, but it's worth the question. Tate defeats Chase. Is there a chance that we see Tate versus KSI, the current CEO against the ex CEO?
You know, boxing's a funny thing. I think sometimes I think KSI had a very frustrating time with boxing. He was the last straw was when um, His Excellency Turkey Al Sheikh had confirmed a fight between KSI and Conor McGregor, and then Conor's team changed their mind on that, and it was all systems go. Obviously, if one man can get a fight like that done, it is Turkey Al Sheikh, and with permission, with Dana White giving his green light, which is a very tough thing to get for Conor McGregor. So I think we were in good shape, and the disappointment of that, his injuries, and some of the other fights, the frustrations of not being able to get the Jake Paul fight through the negotiations, failing multiple times, all of that took its toll on KSI. Um, Personally, I think he's got so much talent. He's still got a lot of potential to show what he's really made of. And I would like to see him back and not leave on this note, but I can only speculate. One thing I do is, aside from I know the misfit stuff and the CEO position, which made the most sense for right now for Andrew Tate to come in and take over since his dedication is to misfits. Um, I think KSI is a fighter as well. It's in his blood, and it's a matter of time. I can't predict. All I can do as a manager is support what he wants to do. It's not like, hey, bro, go to this celebrity golf tournament, and it's not that. It's a lot of commitment. It's a lot of training, and ultimately, what matters is KSI being happy. If he's happy not boxing and not putting himself through grueling training camps, and he doesn't need to do it. But to answer your question, anything's possible. So sorry, I can't be more less vague than that.
No, that's just the right amount of vagueness we need to keep people enticed for the future.
There
Right.
you go.
I've brought some random people up, so if they ask some crazy questions, it is what it is. But
It
this is
is
what
what it
these
is.
spaces are. People get an
We
opportunity to
we
speak
don't we don't get offended easily, Suleiman.
golden, and people get an opportunity to ask questions to the president of Misfits and even any of the boxers who are on stage. So let's go to Jace first. Thank you for joining us. Have you got a question?
Yeah, I just want to say thanks for adding me up. I got a couple. First to Mams. You were talking about earlier about anything outside the Jake and KSI fight that has been a pretty smooth negotiation. I was curious after Fox's fight. Have you ever talked to Nikisa about a potential Fox's G versus Javon Walton fight?
I think that's a great fight. We haven't spoken about it yet, but if the Naraj Slim fight was anything to go by in terms of indication for how how the negotiations go, it's going to be nice and smooth, and as long as it's the right offer for both parties, I think it's something to look at in the future, and I'm confident we could get fights like that done.
Not for sure. And if Amir Anderson is still here, I want to ask him. You're having your sixth fight coming up, and I believe, if I'm not mistaken, you've had 4 fights this year. What is that goal next year of how many fights you want to have by the end of 2026?
I had 3 fights this year, but I want to stay as busy as possible. You know, what I mean, Mams is a shot caller. If he tell me get in the ring, I'm getting in the ring. If it's against the Hawk, I'll get in there with the Hawk. But I want to stay as busy as possible, and hopefully next year I could be getting to contender status.
For sure. Hey, thank you so much for answering my questions.
Thank you for your questions. They were golden. Let's go to Evo Nitro. Evo Nitro, do jump in with your question.
All right, I have two for Mams and one for Anthony Taylor. All right, Mams, would it be possible to get Austin McBroom on Misfits?
Um, I've given him a couple of offers in the last not recently, but I think about a year and a half ago was the last time we spoke when he expressed interest in boxing. So look, the door's open to Austin McBroom as well as pretty much any of the guys who are who have been in this space. And I'd love to have him on. So it's possible for sure. If he wants to box, I think Misfits is the place that he's going to do it.
All right, and next question: will Kenny ever return to the ring?
Yes, we've been speaking to Kenny. You're going to see a big return from King Kenny very soon.
All right, Anthony Taylor.
I want to avenge that, by the way, in a couple of years, man. Couple more wins, and I'm going back for that, mate.
Adam, you're the same age as me. We're not getting any younger, you know.
I
Me
don't care.
too,
I
Adam.
can't take that loss.
It
I'm
haunts
much
you
better
at
than I
night,
was that
yeah?
night. You
Fair
are?
enough. It haunts you, that loss,
It
yeah?
does haunt me because I'm a lot better than that, and I've won ever since. And a couple more fights, and I want that rematch, mate.
Let's see what's possible, Ad. Let's definitely look at that.
And
If my body lets me. Go on. Sorry.
Anthony Taylor. After this whole event
What's up, brother?
is done, is it possible to have a fight with Slim?
I mean, it's possible, but Slim likes to price himself out. I think after this fight, um, once I beat Dillon and become a first time person in history to own, to have a MMA belt and a boxing belt, I think I want to go down to 165 and challenge the winner between Warren Spencer and Tony Ferguson. That's my focus next after that, after Dillon
Looks
Danis.
like we're
I
gonna
will
get it
go.
on then, my bro.
Absolutely. I kind of want that belt and then go from there. I've talked to Mams about, me wanting to fight Anderson Silva in the future, Benson Henderson, you know, many more. But first thing first, we're just gonna knock out Dillon Danis, and then we're gonna see what's the next step after this.
All right. Well, thank y'all for having me on here and me being able to ask a couple questions.
Of
No
course.
problem. Thanks for coming on. Appreciate you. Let's go to Ryan. Ryan Royalty. Jump in with your question.
All right, yeah, thank you for having me up. My first question is for Warren. So we know that Tony Ferguson brought a big fight in this last fight. I was very impressed with what shots he could take. How do you feel about the matchup and the brawl he's about to bring to you?
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, bro, I wasn't really impressed with the performance of Tony Ferguson in his last fight. He didn't really show any boxing ability. All he's shown was his ability to pressure a fighter. And
Mm.
when you pressure a fighter and unfortunate things happen, for instance, Salt broke his hand, I think it was in the first round, it becomes very, very difficult to navigate a fight. I've said that once before. So, if you ask me my honest opinion on the fight, I think it was a very premature stoppage. I think
Hmm.
Salt won every single round, and it was unfortunate the way that it ended. I think it was a bit premature. So I don't really believe that Tony possesses the skills to beat me. It's as simple as that. I'm not going to break my hands. My hands are made of steel, and I'm just not the kind of guy that's ever going to back down from a fight. Mams knows that. Everyone knows that. If you look at my resume, it's obvious. I don't give a shit who's in front of me. Do we compare? Do we look at Tiger Woods and ask him how his basketball career is going? Absolutely not. This isn't MMA. This is boxing. It's a different game, and Tony's going to get smoked.
All right, perfect. My next question is for Anthony Taylor. So we know that you and Dylan have some background. We could say that you already have your range on him from what happened. Um, but how much of your camp is focused on the ground game, and do you think it's overtaken the other stuff you're focusing on camp?
A good question. Definitely a good question. So a lot of people who didn't know about my career earlier on, I was a wrestler. I relied heavily on wrestling. You know, bread and butter was my wrestling. I was never confident in my stand up. It took me about 3 years at Misfits to get confident with my striking and my stand up. So now that I'm going back to my roots, you're never going to forget your roots, especially me being as a wrestler, double leg, single leg, high crotch, and everything. I'm now adding and leap striking to my wrestling. I'm great with the takedown defense, cage defense, hobbling, underhooks and stuff. So I'm good and butter with that. If Dylan's gonna shoot for a takedown, get an underhook, keep it up. I'm comfortable wherever Dylan want to go. What I'm not comfortable is trying to be in his guard all day. It's going to be a boring fight. No one wants another boring fight. So I want to be able to make this entertaining as possible for the fans.
All right, perfect, guys. Thank you for having me up. That's all I had.
Appreciate it, Ryan. Mams, that was all of the questions from the audience. If you didn't get a chance to get a question, put it in the comments. And if we do another one of these, you'll get an opportunity to ask Mams Taylor, December 20th, big event, Dubai. Give us your last comments on what's going to happen.
Misfits Mania, baby, the first of its kind and of an annual event. We're gonna keep growing. We have so many ambitions, so many goals, and they're slowly coming to fruition. We've got some very big announcements coming up, and we're gonna be announcing the pay-per-view and where you can buy the pay-per-view. And if you're coming to Dubai, we will see you there. Suleiman, you've been a fantastic host. Thank you so much. Thank you to everyone listening. Thank you for the fighters who joined and we'll see you guys next time.
Appreciate it. And thanks so much for coming. And everybody follow the Misfits account and also Mams Taylor's account. They'll give you updates about the pay-per-view, how you can buy it, how you can join, and if you want to go live to Dubai, how you can purchase the ticket. It's going to be an one of the biggest events we've ever had. It is Andrew Tate, a guy who transcends sports. Everybody's watching for his first fight. People were speaking about him fighting for the last couple of years. It's finally happening. He's the CEO of Misfits. It's going to be an amazing, amazing event. I think we're all looking forward to it. So do follow those pages and you'll get more updates. That being said, thanks to Mams, thanks to all of the boxers who came onto the stage and provided their commentary. Thanks to every single person who asked questions. Appreciate you guys joining in. Appreciate you guys listening. And for sure, we'll see you next time.